governance is the system of rules, practices, and processes by which a company is directed and managed. It needs truly independent and diverse boards, incentive structures that are aligned with the long-term objectives of the company.
At the top of the framework, you can see the shareholders. Well, the shareholders are the owners of the corporation. They hold the ownership interest units, that is shares of stocks of the corporation, and that role purely as shareholders, they have basic rights that they uphold. To start with, they have the right to information, the right to vote, the election of directors, meeting rights, right to make proposals, and right to dissent. As you can see in the framework, there's an arrow that points from the shareholders to the BOD or to the board of directors. It means that the shareholders appoints or elects the BOD to run the company on their behalf. The board establishes structures and processes that define governance within the organization, taking into consideration the perspectives of investors, regulators, and management, among others. From the BOD, you can see another arrow that points to the management. Since the management is responsible for the day-to-day affairs of the corporation, the board has to keep an eye on them. That's why the board is responsible for appointing, monitoring, and overseeing management action. The management is primarily accountable to the board, and the board is primarily accountable to the shareholders. Below the board of directors, you can see the board committees. To aid in complying with the principles of good corporate governance, the code directs the board to create an audit committee chaired by an independent director. The audit committee monitors and evaluates the adequacy and effectiveness of the corporation's internal control system. Another is the compensation committee, which fixes the remuneration packages of corporate officers and directors. Then, the nomination committee, which evaluates the qualifications of persons nominated to the board and to other positions requiring appointment by the board.
Management. Management is the administration of an organization, whether it is a business, a non-profit organization, or government body.
Management includes the activities of setting the strategy of an organization and coordinating the efforts of its employees to accomplish its objectives through the application of available resources such as financial, natural, and technological and human resources. Internal control is a process for assuring of an organization's objective in operational effectiveness and efficiency, reliable financial reporting, and compliance with laws, regulation, and policies. Separation of duties involves splitting responsibility for bookkeeping, deposits, reporting, and auditing. The further duties are separated, the less chance any single employee has of committing fraudulent acts. Periodic reconciliations. Occasional accounting reconciliations can ensure that balances in your accounting system match up with balances in accounts held by other entities, including banks, suppliers, and credit customers. Physical audits include hand-counting cash and any physical assets tracked in accounting system, such as inventory, materials, and tools. Controlling access to different parts of an accounting system via passwords, lockouts, and electronic access logs can keep unauthorized users out of the system.
What is audit mechanism? Audit mechanism is an independent, objective assurance and consulting activity designed to add value and improve organization operation. It helps an organization accomplish its objective by bringing systematic, disciplined approach to evaluate and improve the effectiveness of risk management, control, and governance processes. What is control environment? Control environment is the foundation on which an effective system of internal control is built and operated in an organization that strives to 1. Achieve its strategic objectives, 2. Provide reliable financial reporting to internal and external stakeholders, 3. Operate its business efficiently and effectively, 4. Comply with all applicable laws and regulations, and last, 5. Safeguard its assets.